Hello there guys, welcome back to the e-bike repairs YouTube channel. My name's Darsh, that is D-A-R-S-H for anyone who's interested. I take apart and fix super fun and exciting stuff, so e-bike batteries, motors, scooters, all that kind of thing. I've got in today, this is a Bisek Cruiser battery. Bisek is the brand. 48 volts, 17.5 amp hour, 840 watt hours. Normally these are full of Samsung cells every time I open them. So you'd be like a 13S 5P of Samsung 35Es. You've got a little charge port on the side here. You've got a little on-off switch here. You've got these mounted inside the frame. It kind of goes sideways like that in a bike. Actually, it's that way up, but separate matter. Bike discharge port. One port for the lights. There's like a step down 48 volt to 12 volt light converter in there as well, because it's got a big funny fancy headlight thing. What else? I think that's about it really. This one is not working. So we've got on the output, these outputs are identical, these two. There's no difference at all. Excuse my meter, my normal one's broken, so I'm using a random backup meter. No voltage. Oh, we have got voltage. My meter's broken. I can't imagine having two broken meters. 50, 55? 57? What's going on there? Oh God. Oh Lord. Right, bear with me. I'm gonna swap these leads out for some new ones because I don't trust that. Oh look, here's some I made earlier. Get some proper results out of this. Now I've got nothing. What is going on? Hold on, let me just measure something else. A disaster. I don't have a working meter. How is that even possible? Can you believe that? These ones are new, I just took them out the pack. Like last night. One moment, please. Okay, I figured it out. There's something wrong with the red lead on both of the sets, but look, if I use the black leads, then it measures voltage, so I don't know quite what's going on there, but that's something I'll have to deal with. Apparently the red leads just come pre-broken, so that's good. Nice. Right, anyway, apparently this one's not working, so that, I got that. Oh, looks like it's working to me. Off, on. Why do people send me things that aren't broken? Okay, so it's coming in for a possible charge port or switch. And the charge port is all green and full of horribleness, so it's possible the charge port's just really worn. Let's get it charged and see how it behaves. There's the charger, 48 volts. DC barrel jack, but of course because it's fully charged it might not like. No. Excuse the noise of the charger, it's just a random old one I've got. I mean that seems alright to me. That's charging. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one up the top here. That's 5 screws, they look a bit like that. doesn't look too bad. Fuse looks alright. Bit muddy, but charge port looks alright. Switch looks alright. Oh no, I can stop it charging. It's very loose in there. So it'll flicker from green to red. Well, we'll give it a new charge port, we'll give it a new switch, and see. I like these batteries because they've been designed really well. Look, I can unplug that. I can unplug that. And I can unplug that. And look at that, I can work on it easily, which is actually really nice. So yeah, that grommet's knackered. Give it a new switch and a new charge port, because I'm not entirely sure what the issue is that it's come in for. So I'll just replace both. The switches are not very expensive. There you go. We'll put a red one in there so that we know it's been replaced. I normally try and find, if they've got a red one, I put a black one in. If they've got a black one in, I put a red one in. Obviously, unless someone wants me not to. Because then I'll know, oh, I did that already in the past. There's a new charge port. There's a new washer from the back. And we'll also need a new one of these rubber bungs. Ooh, there's one I dropped earlier. So to get these out, the switch should just push in, but it looks like maybe the bottom bit of plastic's broken off. Toothbrush or something to try and clean this off. Maybe a spritz of GT85 around there. Just help it come out kind of clean, shouldn't it? Okay, it's a bit better. So this one we can just desolder this, nice and easy. That's that one. And these ones, can we get to you? I'm sure we can make it so we can get to you. Hot glued in, so it will need just a bit of peeling off. There we go. That lot off. Now let's see about peeling a bit of this hot glue back. If I can even get to this thing. Screwdriver. There's some of it. Yeah, this case is broken. The plastic up here is broken there, right in the corner. There you go, hot glue go bye-bye. The switch would normally have two little plastic tabs that you'd have to push in and out. There, one on each side that would push through the plastic. This one is lacking somewhat of that because obviously it's, you know, not really sitting in its plastic anymore. But here we are. To undo this, you've got to get the little nut and just keep turning it. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. There you go. There's that. Now, on these charge ports, I like to snip this central connector here. So the one with the round hole is the positive and this one's the negative, but they're too close together. Look how close that is. You know, like a millimetre apart or something like that. I don't like that. Okay, so we want to get the door cover. We want to put it over there, like that. It's a bit of a pain, it normally twists. You've got to sort of untwist it, but it's doable. This should have 2 flat spots. This one doesn't, that's okay. That's fine. Let's maybe pop it up that way, so what's least in the way? Probably like that, I'd imagine. You get the new nut, not the old one. Old bit's in the bin. It's quite fiddly to get started and not cross-threaded. But look at me, I can do it. And that is. Turn my hot glue gun on in advance. Right, and then our switch. Oh, hello. Should just fit in there. Like that. Excellent. I think these switch terminals have to be bent over in this case because otherwise they won't clear the battery pack or something. Okay, right, what does the heat shrink situation look like on these? Not reusable. Just cut the old stuff off and slide a new bit over. That's one. That's 2. Drawer of a sort of heat shrink. Whatever it wants to be at the bottom, probably. That stuff should do the job. Snip it off. One bit over there. One bit over there. Solder back of the switch. Tin. tin. For the switch wires, it does not matter which way round they go. All they do is complete a circuit. Red could go to red and black could go to black, or black and red could be the same the other way round. It wouldn't matter. There we go. They're both soldered on there. Give them a little moment to cool off. It's got a little spike on it. Then I can slide the heat shrink over. There's one. Be easier with that knot in there, wouldn't it? Bodging, don't mind me. Then I can slide the heat shrink over there, just like that. That side's not quite gone on all the way, but be alright. It's about to get slathered in about 6 inches of hot glue. Right, and then we've got our charge port to do. The polarity on this one does really matter quite a lot. Does this heat shrink look like? Not reusable. That one. Let's find something that fits this. And then it size up like that. Slice it off. One bit on there. And one bit on there. Tin these up. So our positive has to go to the pad with the pin in the centre. Okay, and our negative has to go to the other one. Thinking about it, I wonder if the switch pins didn't need to be bent. Or maybe they do. They might be too close to the thing. Just wondering about where they end up. Yeah, I think the switch ones are too close to the pack, but these ones aren't. It's not like the best design in the world, but you know, it's alright. Oh, heat shrink. Nearly forgot. Straight to prison for me. The heat shrink police will get me. There's the pass. There's the neg. Slid right down in there. Right, and now let's just absolutely just rinse this thing with hot glue, shall we? Bit bubbly, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to cool that down like that. It will be very boring. I won't make you watch all that. And we'll get back to it. Okie dokie, that is all glued up. Happy. Should all just sit back on there. Get this lot plugged back in. What I'll do, I will test it. Well, I'll finish charging it, then I'll test it on the discharge tester. Then I'll charge it up again. Hopefully, my new meter will have arrived by then, because it's very annoying using two black leads. I don't know why it really matters, but it's irritating. Charger, plug in, plug in. Charger is charger rating. So we'll let that fully charge up, and then we'll stick it on the tester, and I'll probably show you the results. You don't need to watch it for 1.7 hours or however long it will take. That'll be boring. But I will test it before I put it back together, because, you know, it's crazy otherwise. Okie dokie, there's the battery. It's given us 15 amp hours, 15.6, which is not far off proper. And you can see the voltage and all that curve here. So it held 715 watt hours of energy, 15.6 amp hours, started at 54.43. It was at 10 amps, that one. An hour and a half. So it's not quite full capacity, but also it's not really that far off. You know, it's supposed to be 840 watt hours, so we've lost what, 10% is 800 watt hours. Maybe lost 15%. It's cold. You know, it's probably only 3 degrees at the moment. It's not unreasonable, I don't think. So yeah, very good. And that's that all sorted. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this sort of thing, please feel free to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe. I'm a channel member. It's 99 cents a month, and I get a shockingly small quantity of that. But you know, if you fancy it, feel free. Bye bye.